Hi, everyone. I'm Seth Levine. I'm back in the United States now after doing 2 years of service with First Things Foundations in Sierra Leone. And right now I'm putting together a final set of project videos just so everybody understands where FTF stands upon my departure from Sierra Leone. And this video update is going to be about our Kpandebu well project, also known as Water for Kpandebu. Just a brief history of this project. I was first introduced to the community of Kpandebu back in September by our longtime impresario, Nabieu, after the chief of the community had reached out to Francis asking if FTF could help construct his community a well. Up until that point, they had been sourcing water from a water hole that was directly adjacent to their rice field. And during the rainy season, a lot of runoff, including quite a bit of debris, would find its way into that water hole, and it was a generally just sort of unsanitary source of water. It was also about half a mile from the actual community or the village. Their other means of collecting water was through roof runoff. So they would place buckets adjacent to their houses, and during the rainy season, water would flow off the roofs into the buckets, and that is by and large what they used to cook with, drink, wash clothes, anything that they actually needed water to do, they would use that water. So I think it's a worthwhile project. Now, unfortunately, at this moment, I think we're going to be placing the project on pause, and there are a few reasons for that. For one, we don't have a senior field worker in the country to manage the project at the moment. And two, there's been a dramatic amount of inflation in Sierra Leone ever since we made our original estimate, and that inflation has not slowed down thus far. So we made our original estimate back in November, beginning early this year. There was just a lot of inflation in Sierra Leone, particularly whenever it comes to building materials, so things like cement. And unlike the Nguabu well, which is by and large constructed at this point, the Nguabu community was able to dig a hole and line it with concrete on their own. This well is, going to be built from the ground up. They still need to dig a hole. They still need to line it with concrete. And the estimate is more than likely going to change dramatically in the upcoming months. So until we have a senior field worker that is present in Sierra Leone and Callao and is able to assess the situation and come up with a new estimate, our previous estimate is more than likely invalid. And what we don't want to have is a situation where a field worker raises a large sum of money that ends up being inadequate to actually complete something like a well project, because you don't want to just have, a hole in the ground in the middle of a village because, there are kids running around. It's something that is kind of hazardous. Now, I am hoping that we will continue working with this community and Francis Nabieu in the future, but for right now, there won't be any project updates regarding the Kpandebu well project. So that's the news I have to share with everybody today.